Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
Friday, and all of today's guests are brought to you by the Bayside Oceanfront Resort. Those guests include James Patrick, head coach of the Victoria Royals, standing by. Escape to the Bayside, the ideal mid-island destination for a relaxing weekend getaway. Enjoy comfortable accommodations, ocean views, and exceptional service. Book your stay today at Bayside Resort, Parksville.com. You know what? This is one of the most impressive resumes I've had to go through to introduce somebody on this show. James Patrick, head coach of the Victoria Royals, former NHL defenseman out of Winnipeg, drafted 9th overall by the Rangers in 81. You remember that?
Oh, I do.
Barry White was big back in 81. One spot after the Oilers drafted Grant Fuhr.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and a couple of spots before one spot before the Canucks took Garth Butcher. 1,280 NHL games, also played for the Whalers and Flames and Sabres, a longtime NHL assistant coach and a member of Canada's 1987 Canada Cup team. There's more. I'm leaving more on the table. James Patrick joins us now. James, thanks for doing this, sir. How are you?
I'm good. My pleasure, guys.
Yeah. No problem. You enjoying the, with 1987 and the Canada Cup in mind way back when, you enjoying the hockey being played at the Four Nations if you have time to watch it?
No, we've had a pretty light week, so I've watched both games, and we watch NHL hockey every night, and so we're missing the fact that we don't have 3 or 4 or 8 games to watch and talk about the next morning. But it is exciting, and it's long overdue to have the best on best, and with us not being in the Olympics the last 2 Olympics, so this is awesome for the end of Crosby's maybe era as a great Canadian player, and maybe McDavid hasn't had that opportunity yet. So, I mean, it is exciting as a Canadian hockey fan.
Yeah, Crosby looks like he could go into his 40s with international and NHL hockey. But, James, before we move on to the Royals, what are your memories of 87, the Canada Cup, and playing with Mario and Wayne in that memorable tournament?
I don't remember a lot of the small details. I do remember every game being 6-5, I think, of the final games. Obviously remember Mike Keenan coming in as a coach and putting his imprint on it and how he wanted things done and being pretty disciplinarian right off the bat with some, I remember some curfews early once the team was picked. But I do remember obviously you look at it from your point of view, and I played the round robin regularly as kind of on the third pair, and then in the finals, I didn't play much. I probably got 3 or 4 shifts a game, but was able to. You're on the bench, you're watching it. You felt the incredible intensity, the pressure. At that time, it was the greatest hockey, the fastest hockey that had ever been played. Now, obviously, players just keep getting faster and bigger and stronger and better. But it was, maybe it was the end of an era too, because it was the end of the Cold War shortly after, and it was with the Russian, the Soviet Union, I should say, how regimented, but how incredibly talented and conditioned, and on another level they were, and against Gretzky and Lemieux and Messier and a number of the Canadians, obviously Bourque and Coffey and Fuhr at their best. So it was obvious. It was awesome to see it, to be part of it, to experience it. That's what I do remember. It's just how incredibly fast the hockey was at that time.
Your Royals, as we switch gears here, James, our Royals host the Vancouver Giants tonight. Same 2 teams in Langley tomorrow. 5 straight wins for your team, 6 of 7, first in the BC division, second in the Western Conference. What do you like about the way your Victoria Royals have played so far this season, James?
It's been a year that we've just kept building and growing. Didn't know what to expect coming into the year. Last year we made the playoffs, which was a positive, first time in 5 years, and felt we were a young team that was, a number of years away, but hoping to keep getting better. And you never know in this league what your 17 or 16, 17, 18s are going to look like a year later. And it's a 19 and 20-year-old league. That's usually your top players. We have a top-end 17-year-old coming into his draft year, Cole Reshney. So you wonder where he was going to be this year. And probably exceeded expectations out of training camp and pretty consistent first half of the year where we played good hockey. We weren't a high-scoring team, but strength of our team was our defense. Our goaltending was a question mark, and Jaden Krause played very well for us. And at the deadline, we brought in two 20-year-olds, Brandon Lazowski, a 40-goal scorer from Saskatoon, and Kenta is a guy from Wenatchee. And they have just, I think, it's fair to say they have brought us to another level because they're two top-end 20-year-olds who score and make plays and play two-way games. And so it's been exciting to see the growth in our team over the course of the year. That it's tight. There's a lot of teams pushing for position and playoff spots, but we feel we can play with anyone, and if we play really good, we can beat almost anyone.
Your goaltender, Johnny Hicks, the goalie of the week. Your goals against is really good. How happy you are with your goals against record?
Extremely. With I don't know if you know the story, but Johnny came in at the deadline.
Yep.
He was playing in Brooks in the Alberta League, and with what happened with the U.S. college and scholarship situation, they opened up our league. Was a floodgate of players coming from Junior A to the Western Hockey League, and him being one of them. He has his sights set on going to college, but wanted to play at a higher level, and he has been outstanding. He's a smaller goalie who, because of that, is not attracting NHL interest, but he's come in and given us a 1-2 punch that I'd put our goaltending up with anyone. Been like when you see, we had him for about 10 days in practice, and right off the bat, we were saying like, this kid is outstanding. His footwork is outstanding, and his competitive drive is fantastic. So until we were able to play him in the game, you don't know, but we were right off the bat, we were excited about what we had, and it really it's just given a lift to our team because we feel we have a 1-2 punch right now. So he's played every game he's played. He's given us a chance to win. Played real well. Had a great week last week. So we're happy for him that he got that honor.
James, I'm going to guess when you played minor hockey, your parents didn't spend $60,000-$70,000 a year like they are now. Can you tell me what kind of kids you're getting out of minor hockey these days?
It is incredible. It's where the game is. It's what we've done to our kids and done for our kids, and the positives and negatives. Some of the parents live vicariously through their kids and push them, but I know they want the best for them. But unfortunately, we don't get kids playing the 3 sports and developing all-around athletic abilities. We're getting highly skilled players. We get players who can really stick handle, and they can shoot a puck, or they're really good on their edges. But sometimes playing the hockey part is forgotten. Hockey sense maybe not the same as it was.
Ooh.
Highly faster kids and better skilled kids, but I would say hockey sense and maybe the competitive drive is hard, mean, tough, competitive is not there. I hope I'm not speaking on a term, but I think we get a softer athlete. And I feel it's one of my biggest challenges to push these kids to compete on an everyday basis, every day working to get better, not come in being in a funk and in a zone and go through the motions, and compete when you're on the ice. That is not automatic with the kids now. You want to have a little hate to lose, dislike for your opposition. Don't lose that battle. You line up against that guy most of the night and don't give in to him. Even if he's bigger and stronger than you, like, get in the battle. So that's probably the biggest thing that we have to work with as coaches. The other thing is, some of the skills are incredible. These kids can stick handle like crazy, but every time they get a puck, they got to stick handle for 5 seconds first. Well, the play's dead by then. Yeah. Don't dust off the puck. Get it and move it. Get it and attack. Get it and shoot. So those are the type of kids we're getting.
Well, James, you don't have to apologize. You're not the first person to say this sort of thing. By the way, Iron Mike Keenan is still around. Get him to come in as a guest coach. He'll whip those kids into shape.
Yeah, if they only knew.
Yeah.
James, thanks for this. All the best.
Okay. My pleasure, guys. Have a great day.